Why not be productive while you're in the nude? This is Bare Butt Boxing, and don't get to play a lot of boxing games around these parts, and especially if they're included in a party game, you don't see a lot of boxing moves. So this is a chaotic multiplayer brawler. It's sort of like Power Stone meets boxing, I guess. I guess I realize that now. It's very simple to play. The left click top button if you're using an Xbox controller is your left hook, and then the right click button is your right hook. And from there you can jump, and I think there's a dash as well, but I didn't really see that so much. It's this very straightforward game with the controls. The game has a really hilarious backstory as well, where aliens discover boxing for themselves and from humans by watching Earth TV, and then they choose to box each other. And the zany cartoonish graphics that give sort of like a Gang Beast meet wacky alien vibes to it. There are multiple boxers to choose from. Some are sort of like generic aliens. Some are sort of like, I think, Robbie the Robot from classic sci-fi fare. Sort of like just zany designs out there. And you can unlock new costumes and new titles, and there's different color suits as well you can unlock with all these coins in the sort of like the game store. And I've played a few matches online, and each round lasts for about 5 minutes, so I kind of felt, I'm not sure if that was adjustable, I don't recall seeing that, but I felt like 5 minutes was even too long. I think if this was like Bomberman, where it's like the last 2 minutes, last minute, I think the game would be a lot more frantic. But like the speed, now that I think of it, the speed of the game isn't like super fast. It's like pretty like casual, anyone can pick up the controller. It's not so fast like Smash Brothers or some other games where it's chaotic. Or Beautiful Joe, the Beautiful Joe fighting game was just so chaotic it was hard to keep up. This is the total opposite. It's like so relaxed. Anyone and your younger brother who's never played a video game in his life before can just jump in. So the game is fun and funny, but I feel like it misses the mark when you play solo against bots. The game really needs human opponents in the same room or voice chat, or to sort of simulate people all playing in the same room. It's just a bit too casual, a bit too relaxed, I guess, a bit too reserved to be like an insane party game where it's like, oh, what's going on? Oh my gosh, this guy got knocked into a portal, or oh my gosh, this guy fell in the hole. It wasn't like that. It doesn't have that like quirky sort of eccentricness that I feel like a really good party game has, like Bomberman. But yeah, it's a hilarious idea for a game. I love the story setup. It just really feels like a short burst game at that. The prices for the costumes, like, this is what I noticed. I won a round against bots. I thought I was playing against human players. Maybe they dropped out, but online it was all bots. There's local play and there's online play, and it was all bots. So just even winning like a whole round, being number one, I got like 22 coins. Now, just the prices for the costumes and all the unlockables are way too high. Like, I think it was 100 plus to get one costume. I couldn't imagine myself playing this game for like, what, 30 to 60 hours to unlock maybe a quarter of the game's content. It just seems so high that like it's I wouldn't say frustrating, but it's just like, why bother? Why put the effort when the prices for the costumes are way too high? And I think that's going to deter people from playing this beyond as like a casual game, and not even try and get the different colored boxing gloves, the different suits, the different titles, like just the numbers to unlock them. Like, we're talking like hardcore, someone willing to invest, as I said, 60, 120 hours just to unlock maybe half of them. Yeah, so you'd have to play 10 rounds just to afford a single suit for a character is what I calculated. And when there's like, what, 3 to 6 suits, like, I think I'd be playing for days on end to unlock like even just a small sample of the things in this game. So I just can't imagine having the patience to unlock more than one suit, let alone everything in the game. So that really needs to be adjusted. The chaotic, the zaniness, like the game needs to be sped up and just a bit off kilter. And I feel like the best party games have that, and this game is just too reserved to be like one of those zany party games. So maybe if there was like a turbo mode or something where you can have your characters move around quicker and punch faster or something, like sort of just like a mad scramble mode or quick match mode or something, because like that would make people unlock the coins better, unlock all the unlockables faster, and yeah, it would just really improve this game, I feel like. The game looks satisfying, has great premise. I just, again, like I didn't feel like they had the insane chaos that party games need in the genre. Still early access, so there's still time to improve this game. Listen to these notes, listen to feedback from other people. It's only $17.49, which I feels like a really good family-oriented casual game. I don't know if someone out there is probably going to be offended by the fact these boxers are butt naked, but you don't see anything. It's just cartoon characters, guys. And there's mild violence and no blood. I would say it's a solid 7 out of 10. Like, it didn't blow me away because it doesn't have that extra pizzazz that it really needs to be, hey, this is a crazy party game, you want to play it? Hey, I'm gonna recommend it to my friends. It's missing that right now. I feel like, even though I saw some people saying, hey, this is so much fun, I'm like, okay. The alien boxes are hilarious. The music has a new retro feel, but just the excitement needs a big boost. It really does, and to compete with other indie party games. And there are a lot of people trying to release party games that are, the definitive ones, like Star Wall was years ago. I don't know if people are playing that still. I assume so, somewhere at tournaments, but it's just missing that excitement factor, that zaniness, and that's a shame. Hopefully, in the next while, if they're still working on the game in early access, they can sort of speed things up, add an option to make things crazier. People hit harder, one hit dies, something that would really like speed up the game and make it super exciting. So keep on bear boxing and keep on gaming.